This
Yeah.
is
Oh,
this
interesting.
is violent Groundhog Day. That's how I describe it to people.
Yep.
Like I want to go back to a thing I pretty sure I've mentioned before, but Tom Cruise is the last movie star. Like
Oh, yeah, he is.
Oh,
he
yeah,
is
he's
the
been described.
last he is the last person who, in the way of like a Humphrey Bogart or a John Wayne, can play himself in any movie and you completely buy into him being Tom Cruise.
And
This is Tom
he's
Cruise,
quite good in this.
right. This is Tom Cruise, the shitty PR guy for the army who gets caught up in this bullshit and doesn't want to be there.
Also, this
Like,
movie better the
Reluctant
second
hero.
time. Better the second time.
But how fun is it to see Tom Cruise play a conniving coward?
well,
Yeah.
so
In
that's
the
a,
first
that's the thing
half,
that
That's
the
what I
thing that
read why he took
mentioned.
this role. He was
Well,
like, I want to take something that I wasn't good at something in the movie.
Well,
right. He's not the hero.
When I was working in the movie theaters, we used to have meetings with all the employees, and I had a little sheet that said, "Name the movie where Tom Cruise plays the world's best race car driver. Name the movie where Tom Cruise plays the world's best pool player." And it's like
Fighter pilot.
you can go all the way down the line on that thing. And this one is like, it actually kind of breaks that a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
The thing about Tom Cruise
Huh?
is that he has two smiles and he uses both of them in this movie. The first
Yeah.
one is the absolute smarmiest shithead smile
Oh, yeah.
that you could possibly have, and he sells it perfectly
I just
early
want to
on in this
continue.
movie.
I want to continue Scott's list. Like, name a movie where Tom Cruise plays the best slime ball, woman manipulator, womanizer.
Right.
He can still-
Magnolia. There you go. Yeah.
Well, and that's see, Magnolia is one of those movies where I would say that's Tom Cruise actually doing not Tom Cruise. Like that's a
did a
different.
good-
Oh, yeah.
no, he
No,
was
it
a-
is. It's so
it's
good.
a different
It's
character.
so
I don't
good.
think he's ever done a kind of repertory, you know, with in an
Right.
ensemble film.
Ensemble.
And man,
Yeah.
he was good in that.
He was very good.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, back to this film. Sorry.
What, Jim?
There's him as the producer in the Thunder movie.
Tropic
Oh,
Thunder.
That's so
Thunder.
good.
That's the other. I don't like that movie, but he is again not playing Tom
I
Cruise.
love that
in
movie, and he's
And
so
you got to
good in
give it up for him, the egoless.
I have a question for Tad. Actually, I have a
And
question.
apparently, he's the one that. Anyway,
I have a question for Tad about this.
Yeah.
How much do you think of the feel of this film and the way it's structured is video games, is coming out of the video?
No,
I
don't.
would
Based
argue
on
a
this is
lot.
based on a manga.
You're
It's
saying a
based,
lot,
on,
you're
it's
saying
based on a
not.
manga. I think it feels much more like a manga than it does a video game.
Okay.
I disagree, but it's fine.
The only part
like,
that
I
felt
don't-
like a video
Lyman-
game is
Doug
the
Lyman-
visions. The visions
Doug-
feel like a video game.
Oh, so you're like,
Doug Lyman's not a video game guy.
Okay.
Like I will
Also,
say,
looking up Doug Lamont, like he's got 4 good movies, and this is one of them.
Okay.
Fucking the first Bourne movie.
Yep,
Like,
awesome. And I can't believe this is the second Lyman movie we've done.
that's why
crazy.
I picked. That's why I picked.
We
this,
just
is
did go,
because
yes.
we did go.
So,
like,
in my opinion, it's Swingers, Go, The Bourne, and this one.
and this one,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. I think it's Go and nothing else, but that's just me.
Unless you love Mr. and Mrs. Smith for some reason, I'm not gonna. Hey, all movies
Mr.
are good.
Mrs.
All
Smith
movies
is-
are good.
Mr.
That's
Mrs.
you know, it's
Smith is
entertaining. That's a
fun.
very
It's
entertaining
a
film.
fun movie.
It is.
Like,
It is. Wow. Okay. we're kind of chewing on the edges of this thing.
But that's the thing that I feel about this movie is just fun. Like it's just here
But It's also smart. It's actually
it's smart.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Yeah.
smart.
It's smart in the way it's put together.
Right.
I mean, it kind of in that fun way that Groundhog Day really takes a premise like this and says, "What about this? You could also do this. What
So,
about this?"
I
And
like the fact that he has to die for the day to reset.
Right.
Like, whatever happens, your violent death is the only thing that makes this start over.
And it's so
And at
funny.
first
Her
it's in
killing him over
combat,
and over
and
and
that's
over is
different.
hilarious.
Later, it's in training, and it's just like, "Oh, I think my back's broken," and she pulls out.
Bang.
It's like, "Wait!" It's like,
Yeah.
Nope.
My leg's broken.
Hilarious.
No, it's fine. Blam.
Bam.
Like, the one where he steals the motorcycle and he goes into London and he's sitting at the bar.
Oh yeah.
And-
Where I got flashbacks from every like Top Gun and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
By the
much.
way,
Mission Impossible movie.
I really admire this. You know, you got to give it up for the screenwriting and for the director knowing exactly where to put that scene,
Mhm.
because there is so much action up to that point that you need that scene
You
right
get
where
that-
it happens.
Well, this is
In other words-
McQuarrie. This is
in other words,
McQuarrie. you
that
guys.
was
Yeah,
that was
McQuarrie wrote this.
that's what we call it, the popcorn gap.
It's good.
Yeah.
McQuarrie is a fucking genius,
He's
dude.
exactly right, because you would have got exhausted if he kept going
Yeah,
back to
it's a
Battlefield.
popcorn gap. There's one every action film.
Yeah, it's good.
I
The
bet the editing
second and
was
third act, you got
very
to stop
important in
and
this
catch your
picture.
breath.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
I think the editor deserves a lot of kudos too, probably.
you know what? I'm gonna throw out a weird objection about this film. I enjoyed it, hell of it. It's fun to watch, and I think it was a very satisfying ending, and the effects were at the modern level, which is like stunning, just stunning effects.
Yes and no.
There's the thing about time travel movies.
Not
in
as good
that
as Starship Troopers in the effects.
It's like, you know,
category.
Back to the Future is maybe one of them,
Starship
but
Troopers is a lot of
anything that
practical effects.
involves resetting people back over in like Groundhog Day, which
Yeah.
actually Groundhog Day addressed this in a way this film didn't, is that if you have a character who is going to die and reset, you know, over and over again in the film, the consequences start to fade for the main
Yeah.
character. And I felt that kind of emotional volume
Disconnect.
getting turned down as
Yeah,
the film
yeah.
went, because the more he got reset, the less and less everything mattered.
But the thing I will,
No,
the
the-
reason
I liked that.
the
I
reason
liked when he
I'll
was like, I don't give a fuck now.
Right. So two things. One, I kind of disagree with you because there is this other thing that's hanging over the film,
In
and
the
that is
world.
what happened to her.
That's
Right.
true.
Like what happened to her
Well-
is always up there, and then they pay it off at the end.
And also,
Like-
unlike Groundhog Day, in this picture, he knows what he has to do. In Groundhog Day, he has no idea.
He has no
I mean,
purpose.
we know he has to fall in love, but here early on, they say this is what needs to happen, and he's trying to achieve that goal.
And where you get the second Tom Cruise smile is at the end
Great ending.
when he's gone through this, you know, over and over. Like he says one time, like, I've seen you die 300 times.
Yeah.
You know, like and how many times has he not seen her die as something else happened? Like he's done this thousands of times by the time this movie's over. His descent into not giving a fuck and then re-giving a fuck is really interesting. Like
Which ties into a romantic angle. That's the
Right.
thing. It's like
Yeah.
starting to fall.
Right now,
for
it's
her.
not his life; it's her
Yeah.
life.
the
Trying to say.
scene where he's like, every time you get in that helicopter, you die. I have
Yeah.
tried everything. Like,
Yeah.
you die as soon as you get in that helicopter.
Please, let's just go back to the house.
I
Right.
really liked his performance. There was one time when he's addressing the J Squad, you know, it's after he's been through it so many times, he gives a really honest performance when he's like, listen, I know there's just this moment where Cruise, you know, can turn it up sometimes and you believe him. Like in the moment, he has that in this picture. It's
he
really
kind
good.
of reaches back into his brain from before and brings that sort of PR communication out. And like you get the
It's like the more he's like, I know, listen, you know, he's
Yeah,
like,
he sells it.
fucking
He
Yeah,
sells it.
you get the combination of the grizzled veteran at this point, but also the PR guy.
Yeah.
You know, like he can sell you understand why he can sell people on this.
Oh yeah.
Also,
I just want to say I love the gag.
I just am.
I love the gag where he gets away by rolling out of the truck, and the first time he blows it and gets run over.
Yeah.
And what's his name's
Tom
face when he's
Paxton.
just
Bill
he's just like,
Paxton.
yeah, Bill Paxton. He's just
Oh,
like,
I miss
what
him
the
so much.
fuck?
I'm so
Like,
This
happy to
movie
see
made
Bill
me sad
Paxton.
because it was like,
Oh.
like his second to last.
He got to be the top
picture, right?
kick, like he was an alien. Remember that? He actually gets to play the fun role in Aliens this time.
Yeah.
There's
This
a
made me-
reason.
this
there's
made
a
me miss
reason
him
he's
so
in my
much.
screenshot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the crack of my ass. Like, it's,
Uh-huh.
And
He
why
just-
do I dislike gambling?
he just sells it so well. I'm from
the
Kentucky.
cast
Oh,
overall
an
is great.
American? No.
Cast overall
Are
is
you an
great. Yeah,
American?
Brendan-
No, I'm from Kentucky.
Yeah, Brendan Gleeson's good in this. All these little
Oh, yeah.
roles are all just it's really well populated. I
The-
thought there was something absurd with seeing I forgot the name of the character, the Angel of Verdun, and she's holding an oversized cricket bat.
It's not a cricket bat.
It's an
not.
oversized cricket
No,
bat.
it's
It's an
not.
oversized
It's-
machete, if
it's a
It's
anything.
an
fucking-
oversized cricket bat.
It's
Where
a-
are you?
it's a
Come on, guys. That's
helicopter-
all
it's
it is.
It's a helicopter blade.
It's an oversized cricket bat.
It's literally
sharp
a
on
carbon.
one side,
it's a
dude.
carbon
No,
fiber.
don't be
helicopter
don't
blade.
be literal. Be figurative.
It's
This is an
not a
oversized
cricket bat. That's not how
She's
cricket
the-
bats are shaped.
No,
We're talking about a
round.
weapon. If you're talking about a weapon, it's only literal, dude. It's not figurative.
Right.
It-
It's a helicopter blade.
Unless you
because
can like
Except
Magneto.
it looks
or
like a
something.
cricket bat.
they have VTOL. They have VTOL.
She's not going out with a real
airplanes.
cricket bat. A wooden cricket bat. She's not going out with one of those. But I thought it was fun because it's very English. It was like
If it is a cricket bat, it's got a sharp fucking point on one side,
Right.
though.
It looks an
Sharpened
awful
cricket.
lot like a katana for a
All
fucking
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I don't know why you guys didn't see this, but that's all I saw.
because I know what cricket bats look like. Like that's
They're
not
round. They're round at the top, and this was
right.
not round.
I don't know what you're blowing my
Kinda
mind when you're being
scoop
so
One half,
specific.
one side of it was round, the other half was
Yes, we all saw
sharpest.
Shaun. We all saw Shaun of the Dead. I know what you're talking about. So, which only, but the thing is, like I said, it's
I
like
have like 3 cricket bats in my Amazon wish
There you go.
list
All right,
because
good
they're
enough.
good. They're good for violence.
they're
I
good
want
for
to pick. I want to pick nits
Tad's like,
for
I
a second
pick
if I can,
violence.
because I rewatching this, I still think it's a good movie. I enjoy the hell out of this movie. It's fun to watch, but just this is, and I know this is more of a personal taste thing than a flaw, I suppose, that I'm picking out. But there's some things about the way the action's directed in this movie that really I don't like.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Keep going,
First of
keep
all,
going.
it's that
Come on.
shaky cam. It's like
It's a post Private Ryan thing.
it makes more sense, and it's
Well,
also
Black
the
Hawk
thing
Down
you-
did it better.
Yeah,
it's the
that-
thing he does.
so
It's the thing,
fucking
but yeah,
right.
it's the Black Hawk Down. It's the Bourne Identity. It's that shake the camera around to make it feel frenetic, which makes sense when he's on the battlefield the first few times because
Which
he's like
was him, but the Bourne did
he's
better
not
editing.
supposed to be there, and he doesn't belong there, and he's out of his depth, and it's crazy and confusing. But it never lets up. And later, I'm just like, I wish it was settled down a bit so I could really tell what's going on.
I feel like it does. I feel like it does let up though. Like you have the scene in the minivan where they're going along.
That's
and
pretty good.
and it comes out from the trailer.
Oh, that
and
was
he
good.
Just
I think that's
When
because
his
it's a
his big guns come up, that was
right.
rad.
simpler
Right.
situation. Whereas when you get to Paris, then now we're kind of in chaos. It's dark again, and it gets a little crazy. So it's just not to my taste.
I think
I'm a Jim Cameron fan where I really want the geography laid out for me, and I want to know how fast something's moving.
The thing with the Paris part is you're supposed to empathize more with the J Squad guys than with him. Like I think it goes back to that sort of thing because they're all gonna die.
They're gonna die.
Right. And it's like you're supposed to sort of empathize with them and the
It's a
sacrifices
suicide
they
mission.
make. Yeah.
I don't. I think you make a good point, John. But I remember watching this yesterday and really enjoying it and thinking to myself, I can't believe this is the same guy that just made the Roadhouse remake, which is absolutely abhorrent. And so,
I thought all movies were good now, Jared.
Sorry, it's very good.
Oh, well.
Jake Gyllenhaal, awesome.
All but one, apparently.
But no, in terms of no, but in terms of its visual language.
Go watch the review of Roadhouse on this channel.
No offense, Doug Liman. You're a brilliant filmmaker. I love you. But dude, the action in this is so stellar in comparison.
Yeah. It mostly works. I just have a few moments where I was just like, slow the fuck down. Let me see what's going on.
More than a few moments.
I don't know,
and
I thought it was of a kind at the time. It was like
the second
action from
second
Lord of the
nit,
Rings. If I can think of a lot of science fiction films, the same era. Did the same.
It did make me think these aliens are a little generic.
Yeah, the second nit, I'll get to that. That's my third nit.
They should have actually stayed real quiet. The aliens would have gone away.
My second nit I want to pick is when they're going to kill the Omega, the action just gets like Roadrunner, Coyote. Like they take falls in this final scene that would kill any normal human. They fall through floors, they bounce off cars. It's just ridiculous how far they fall. It's like if I fell off this bar stool right now, I'd probably have to go to the emergency room. These guys fall like 30 feet and bounce off a car roof.
You're not the Angel of Verdun, bitch.
No, I find it amusing that you found
You're not full metal bitch.
And yet I'm the only
bitch.
person that I wondered why she's walking around with a cricket bat. It's so funny.
What you need is a cricket bat.
Yes, I guess so. I think you're right.
But he can
I just
prop
need to get a
himself
cricket
up
bat.
with it as he starts to fall backwards.
Oh boy.
All right.
As somebody who took a severe fall and ended up in the emergency room
Off a
couple
bar
of years
stool.
ago, off a bar stool.
Oh boy.
I was sober to give it its full context, and the reason I ended up in the emergency room is because I hit a pinball machine on the way down and flayed the top of my head open.
Oh no! I think that before we hit episode 200 in the show, someone's gonna have a fall on the show and go to the hospital.
Could be. Okay, can I get
Probably
to
me because I have to walk over my bed to get around this green screen.
Okay. Yes, John.
okay? Nitpick number 3: the aliens look super CGI.
Yeah, those guys.
Pretty bad.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
yeah,
Chris,
I just-
Chris is not a fan.
Wait, hold on. Stop. Wait,
I
hold on.
kept thinking I wish they were the ones from Starship Troopers, which are so awesome.
They're so much better.
The aliens are the MacGuffin in this movie, though.
They're
So
Because they're not important, it doesn't matter so much.
right.
Things from Matrix, more strobing with more.
Hold on. Chris just exposed the secret of this film. You know what that is? That's the flying spaghetti monster. I think that's what's going on.
Just put some pasta sauce on it,
Yes,
and you can
exactly.
Yeah.
It is
It's
noodly
squid ink.
appendages
That's
and
why it's
everything.
black.
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
squid ink.
eat it. Well, it's like
Yeah.
it's somewhere in between Starship Troopers and Attack the Block, and it doesn't quite work.
Yeah,
I actually
agree.
really I will say
Attack
one
the
thing
Block
that I
is
really like about it is I like the color coding of the mouths.
That's Attack the Block.
Yes,
dude.
it's absolutely
know.
Attack the
I
Block.
love Attack
But
the Block.
I'm just
for
saying
that,
I'm
though.
just saying another film I picked.
But also, this was before that. So
I think
Oh.
that I think it's really interesting that you have the yellow ones for the normal ones, and then when the alphas show up, they're blue, and it really it gives you that instant visual understanding of like this one's different and more important. Like
The regular ones, like the drones or whatever, the
Yeah.
lowest level ones, do they
Yeah.
have a name?
I don't know if any of them have
Biff,
names.
Squeak- I don't-
there's
mimics.
the thing behind
Mimics,
Chris.
yeah.
Bill
The
Jr.
thing behind Chris is an alpha, and then the big one that looks like a sea anemone is an
Well, they're
omega.
all called mimics, I guess, and then there's like
Mimics,
the
right.
alphas, and then yeah.
Hey,
But
what
the
was
regular
first?
mimics, they didn't have faces, and the alphas do, right?
No, the regular ones have faces because
could
when they
never
open
see
their-
it. It
when
was
they
just so
open their
much of this.
mouths, when they open their mouths, they're yellow.
Hey, what was
Oh.
what was first? Attack the Block or this?
Attack the
This.
Block.
No,
Oh,
this.
No, I think Attack the Block. I have to look it up. It's 2000.
No, it's like sorry,
2011.
that's the word went off my head. It's like, you know what? I see some similarities.
This is before Attack the Block for sure.
It's
Okay.
just 14 or whatever.
This
right?
is 2014. That's 2011. Attack the Block was first.
Oh,
really?
okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, then they
All
stole it.
right.
Yeah, they stole
Right.
it, and you know what? Steal good shit.
No,
Yeah,
Like-
steal good shit.
John, I agree with everything you said. I would add that
I
it's too
agree, steal
fucking
good
dark in
shit.
the last act. And I was watching this in a pitch black room. It's too fucking. I felt the same way the first time I saw it. I mean, at the margin, I like this movie, but I got a lot of nitpicks, and I think it runs out of steam creatively about midway through. When I think about something like was it called Palm Springs? Like, which is
Springs.
a really, really great do-over movie,
Uh-huh.
and how I felt like
Oh,
that.
I thought that was
really-
derivative.
Really plumb the depths of what you could do with this
But
idea.
Palm Springs is a really small movie. Like
Sure,
that's
this is a really big one.
yeah.
I think the chemistry between the two leads is great. I think Tom Cruise playing, kind of a little bit of anti-Tom Cruise, although he's still Tom Cruise. Like that, all that shit works for me.
Blunt is super good in
I
this.
find the
Yeah.
aliens
She's good in
really
everything.
challenging. I just don't. Nothing about it's just too much. Like John said, it's too much of this.
Nah.
I think it's too fucking dark. But there's a lot of scenes that work really, really, really well. And I
There's
enjoyed
a lot of good jokes in this too,
This
though.
time I-
Visual
It's
jokes.
fun. This movie is funny.
It is funny.
It is
There's
straight
a lot of
up
good
like,
funny.
like
that
I
bit
had a
in
lot
the-
more nitpicks the second time
I
through.
bet the original trailer where he says, "How do I do my safety undone?" At the bottom of the ship opens up. I mean, that was great.
Oh my
But
god!
even there's something wrong with your
Exactly.
suit. There's a dead man in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
There's
some of
some
that stuff.
Every time the big guy gets crushed by the falling,
yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
helicopter
it's
thing,
funny every time.
It is.
And it's so
Like-
great. He tries to save him early on, and then
Right,
later
and he stops.
like,
He
"Ah,
just
fuck
gives
that
up.
guy."
He's like,
Yeah.
fuck him. Like-
Yeah. Exactly.
He's a
Okay.
buffoon.
we got to give Jim his corner.
Jim's corner.
He's so far back in his corner.
Yes, he is.
So yeah, I started watching this when Ted gave the name of it. I said, I think I've seen this movie, and it was really like the first 20 minutes. I said, I think I've seen this movie, and then when they finally get to the beach or whatever, I go, oh yes, I did see this movie. It was fun. It was a fun movie.
It's a fun movie.
It's a fun
That's my
movie.
point.
It is fun.
Disagree with Chris and John. I loved the aliens. I liked the
Oh.
fact that you couldn't quite see them because they were coming at you like a
Well, they flip out of the sand. Like
Yeah.
it's so cool
Yeah.
when they pop out of the ground.
Like an
I guess
angry-
it makes him kind of a little bit scarier that you can't figure out.
Like an angry bull.
You don't know
spaghetti.
which
the
way is
water.
up.
Yeah.
Like oh yeah, in the water. The couple of times you see him in
In
the
France?
right
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
they're going down the Thames
Uh-huh.
to
Yeah,
invade.
yes, Jim.
Yeah, I really don't like Tom Cruise, but so that detracted from it. I didn't know the woman who played the angel of fucking Verdun.
Great.
Um,
Well, she's been
Emily
tons of
Blunt.
She's a
she's so good
British
in
actress.
Great in everything.
Emily Blunt's always good.
Yeah, she's very good.
That's right.
it was fun, but I'm sure in a couple of years, if you ask me about it, I won't remember.
You won't. Yeah.
I love
No,
that.
it's
That's the
again,
best thing
absolutely,
that you
you're
can say
absolutely
about
right.
this
I
movie.
Put that on the DVD.
I picked a
Put
movie.
it on the back of the cover of the
I picked
sleeve.
a movie to talk about what I'm going through personally, and then I picked a movie that's fun.
Yeah, well,
Like,
it was fun.
I
It was
did-
fun.
that's-
I
those are the
enjoyed
two-
watching
I
it.
like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
I enjoyed
you
watching
know?
because I didn't remember seeing it the first time. It's like, oh, this is fun. You know,
I like
This
to buy it.
this falls into a category of Tom Cruise movies that I end up going
So-
back to.
Well, and I
over
thought it was
over again.
better. I thought it was better this time. And also I read up on it and it was a flop in the theater.
Yeah, it made no money.
But it made up its sales on DVD release. It was a
Everyone
big hit.
agrees that it's a really good movie. It's just nobody went to see it.
By the
Yeah.
way, I will say, I think one of the reasons that it made up its money on DVD is because on the DVD cover
It says
of
live,
live, die, repeat.
and then it
Not
says
Not
Edge
Edge of
fucking
Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which
is
sounds like a soap opera.
Terrible name.
And in some video stores, it was actually filed under the L instead of E.
Right.
My Blu-ray says live, die, repeat on it.
Right.
Yep.
This like again, I think
Which is a
all you
better
need-
title.
I think All You Need Is Kill is the best title, and that's what they
What
should.
does that even mean? I don't get that.
Well, it's a
That
take on All You Need Is Love, obviously.
I mean, I
It's-
get that it's all you need is.
It's very
What would it be? All you need is death.
It's very Japanese.
I don't know. Japanese people are crazy, dude. He
it's
just
very
wanted to call that.
Japanese.
All
I
You
think
Need Is
it's the
Kill.
best. I think it's the best title. But Live, Die, Repeat would have
They
been
literally
such
wear
a
Hello
better
Kitty
title.
backpacks when they're like in their 30s, dude. I don't know what they're doing over there.
I know. I came in late. I know what you're talking about, and I agree with
We're
Tad.
talking about the title.
That's a much better title.
And either of them, like pick anything that isn't Edge of Tomorrow.
This week on Edge of Tomorrow,
Right.
will Dr. Philby leave the convent? You know, kind of thing. It's like
knew too much.
John just said
Yeah.
it's the title of a soap opera.
Yeah,
Like,
it is. I said a week ago, John.
Oh,
sand
So you
in the
stole your
hourglass.
material back.
I stole.
This
Yeah,
is the Edge
I
of
reclaimed my material.
This
Thank
is
you.
the Edge of
All right,
Tomorrow.
are we voting or not?
Oh, I think this movie is super fun.
Great.
Yeah, I love this.
It's
Thumbs up.
Lot of
Thumbs
fun.
up. Thumbs
10
up.
o'clock.
I
10
got
o'clock.
problems with it. But
Fun.
so
What a
good.
fun movie.
Jim wants to recast it. Somebody else besides Tom Cruise.
Every movie is good, and this one especially.
I give it a slight
I love that. I love.
Okay.
I
Bill Paxton in it.
I love New Jared.
God, every
Yeah.
every Bill